Hello. Happy Monday. I'm sitting here. It's Monday, the 24th of March, and I'm so happy. Do you know, I opened up my planner to have my meeting. And for those of you who are following along and maybe don't know about my planner, I have a planner that is called the Purpose Planner. The Purpose Planner. I've been making them for years, and they're like a really big fat diary, a big fat planner, a good old-fashioned paper planner where you get to plan your life, and that's the whole basis behind these meetings I have with myself. And what I love is, I don't know how I do this because it's not planned, but magically, this planner is magic. So I create the planner, obviously, and I go through, and each year I put in different quotes and different thoughts and different fonts and different ideas. And every time I open up my planner on a Monday, the quote is absolutely relevant to what's happening. So the quote this week just says, busy is a choice, stress is a choice, joy is a choice. You know, how bloody true is that? Right? It's so true. Now, I have been busy. Don't really like that word, but I feel like I've been busy. I've also been a bit stressed, and I can hear, I'm sick of hearing myself. I'm hearing myself all the time. Oh, I'm busy. Oh, I'm stressed. Oh, I've got too much to do. And I'm like, oh, shut up. You know, when you get sick of yourself, I think, just shut up, Lisa. I'm sick of hearing my voice whinging on about shit that actually is a choice. It's a choice. Everything's a choice. Everything's a decision, right? Being unhappy is a decision. Not having energy, it's a fucking decision. Sort your shit out. So that's the conversation I've had with myself recently. If you need to hear that too, welcome aboard. So busy is a choice. Stress is a choice. Joy is a choice, right? And I love that because I'm coming off busy. I'm not going to use that word anymore. I'm over it. And I'm trying to move away from the old being stressed. I'm like, no, let's just not be. What if we decided not to be stressed? What was if that was the commitment for the week? I'm not stressed, right? No stressed. No. So I might remove those two words. I think that might be a very good idea. But I'm very excited because joy is definitely a bloody choice. And today I have a whole day dedicated to planning a trip. I'm taking a group of people to Shanghai in China. Now, I couldn't be happier about this. I used to do this. For those of you who knew me in my old life, when I was a fashion stylist, I started taking shopping tours to Shanghai in China. And it started because my brother was working there, and I went to visit him, not thinking I would really like China, not really thinking I was going to be very impressed. Boy, was I wrong. I was blown away by China. I absolutely love Shanghai. I think is my favorite city I've ever been to. The magicalness of Shanghai is the contrast. I love contrast. So I love old. I'm a bit of a junk slut. I love old things. The buildings in China, old, gorgeous. The antiques, oh my God, just heritage and history, and wow, just mind-blowing, right? And then really, really, really slick and modern at the same time. So the contrast of that is incredible. The contrast of food is incredible. Like you go from a street vendor to a Michelin star restaurant. Like it's just all full of, and then you see a woman sitting on the side of the road squatting. They do this really clever little sort of squatty sit, and it's really good for you, I imagine. And they're very fit and strong. And you'll see a lady sort of squatting on the side of the road with a fry pan, with a plastic container with a live fish swimming in it. She's about to cook that fish for her family, really into fresh food in Shanghai. And they literally cook things like kind of fresh fish. And then that's right outside her husband's workshop where he may fix motorbikes, and the children are running around in the workshop. And she's cooking a fish on the street on a little Bunsen burner. And across the road is the world's biggest Prada store, with 5 billionaires queuing up to buy handbags. And I'm just like, what the fuck? Like, it's such a contrast. And I love that. It does magical things to my mind. So anyway, that's where I'm going. And I'm so excited, going in 4 weeks. So this is joy as a choice, right? I decided to go back to Shanghai this year. So I haven't been since all the pandemic bullshit that happened. And one of my favourite things to do is to take people to Shanghai and let them have everything they want and give them all these experiences. And this group I've got, we're leaving in 4 weeks. It's exciting. If you want to come, I've got another trip in September. So September could be right up your alley. And you should email me if you want the information. Actually, it's on my website. I think it's on my website, lisao'neill.co.nz. You can find it there. But we've got a trip in September, and it's a week of shopping and eating and laughing, and we stay. It's affordable luxury, all the things I care about, like really luxurious, but not crazy expensive. You can have whatever you want. I have some people come and they shop and shop and shop and buy every bloody thing they see. And I've had other people come and go, I don't really need anything. I just want to be on an experience, and I just want to travel, and I want to have fun, and I want to hang out with like-minded people, not necessarily buy anything. And I'm like, that's cool too, right? We have breakfast, lunch and dinner together every day, and it's just magical and fun. So anyway, today is my planning day. I've got lots of planning things to do for these gorgeous people that I'm taking at the end of April. And I have a call with them tonight, which I'm so excited about, because that's going to be explaining to them all the possibilities. So possibility, oh my God, and all of the things that we can experience, and really getting clear on what do they want? What are the things they're looking for? Because there's so much to experience. There's tailoring, if you having clothes tailored for your body is, to me, one of the most indulgent things ever. It's just extraordinary, because if you might have a slightly chubbier arm than the average woman your size, or you might have a slightly longer leg than a man your size, or I don't know, but you can have anything you want made. And we go into these tailors and it's like, oh, I want a turquoise blue leather jacket, and then they say, would you like a silver zip or a black zip? And you're like, oh fuck, I don't know, I need a coffee now, can't decide, right? And then they're like, well, do you want a belt on the back, or do you want a dome or a zip? And you're like, oh my God, it's amazing. You can literally have anything you want. And then you go, I want a wool coat. And they go, well, there's 8 different sort of levels of quality of wool, from just a good quality wool to a beautiful Italian wool to cashmere. And you're like, oh shit. And then you go, oh, I want green. And then they give you like 100 greens. And you're like, oh shit. When you're in New Zealand or Australia and you go and get something green, you get to choose between jade or lime, like it's 2 colours. Then every possible colour. It's just a plethora of choices. I do love choice. I love choice. So I'm very excited about that. I'm going to be, in 4 weeks' time, having gorgeous things made that fit my body, right? Oh, rather than me having to fit myself into some mass-produced bullshit clothing. So anyway, that's exciting, and I can't wait, because I haven't had bespoke clothing made, and it's really well priced. I mean, you're still paying quite a bit of money if you're buying leather or cashmere, because good leather and good cashmere is not cheap, but you would never get anything tailor-made in the colour you want with all the choice, anywhere around these places. So I'm excited. So I've got a call with them tonight, with all the conversations we can have about where do you want to go and what do you want and what are your preferences. I'm really into that with people. Do you like to be early in the morning? Do you like to sleep in and start later? Are you a hot breakfast person? Are you a no breakfast person? Do you like, I don't know, all the things, right? Oh, what's the thing? When I travel with people, when I do leadership retreats or travel trips, I need to know everyone's preferences, because I want to meet their needs. And I think when people's needs are met, they feel like they belong. And I think that's really important. So, do you like coffee first thing? Do you like coffee after breakfast? What are all the preferences? So I'm gathering all that information. So there's a lot of that this week, which is exciting. Getting my hair coloured this week. I do love that. Not really for the colour. I actually like when I dye my hair, when I fuck it up a bit with a few chemicals, it's better. It sort of has a bit more grit to it. When it gets too natural, it gets all bloody floppy, I've found over the years. So I don't know what that's about, but anyway, so I'm going to go and sort of mess my hair up with a bit of chemical. Love that. My hairdresser is one of my oldest and dearest friends, and I get to sit for a couple of hours, and I don't have that much hair, but shit takes time. So that'll be absolutely glorious. And I love that. And we have all these conversations, we swap notes about movies and, so having things to look forward to in your day and week. I'm like, what are you looking forward to this week? What is something you're looking forward to? Now, some of you are going, I'm looking forward to the Easter bunny because it's Easter. I love Easter. I love Easter because it's 4 days off with not a lot to do. And I don't know about you guys, but I reckon as a mum, every other holiday is loaded with fucking to-doing, isn't it? Loaded with to-doing. So there's Christmas where you got to put a tree up and you got to make a bloody cake and there's all the fuckery of Christmas. So you get time off, but my God, do you pay? Like, there's a lot to do. But, Easter, even though I do quite like an Easter tree and an Easter decoration, there's not a lot to do at Easter. Just kind of lie around and eat. And it's cooler, so the temperature's more my style. And there's lots of treats and food and just space. I just love Easter, and I always think it comes at the right time. So thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus, for giving me Easter, because I have nothing to do. Because I'm not a religious, I don't go to church, I don't have anything to do except to eat eggs, eat a bit of chocolate, just laze around with my family. So I'm doing actually proper fuck all. Like, that's like fuck all, but proper fuck all is my plan. Like, don't even shower. Fuck all. Like, let's just do nothing. I do love a couple of days like that, smelling like cabbage, eating whatever I want. Oh, that makes me happy. So I think I'll be doing that. I'll be doing that this weekend. And, I think it's lovely. Maybe you've got something big happening. People like to do weddings and parties and reunions and stuff at Easter, don't they? But I find Easter's either very busy or absolutely zip zero. And I try to keep it zip zero. So what are you going to do this Easter? Because going back to my quote that busy is a choice, stress is a choice, and joy is a choice, you've got 4 days. Just up your blouse. What are you going to do? Where are you going to go? Who's a person that you haven't seen that you could visit? Or where's a place that you just want to go for a drive? Do a day trip. What if you did a day trip? That would be quite fun, wouldn't it? I love that. I was talking to my father-in-law last night for his birthday, and he was telling me about a road trip he did with his 4 brothers. And they started in Opotiki and took every left turn. Imagine that. I think that's hilarious. Wouldn't that be funny? Wouldn't it be funny if you just kept turning left every intersection you went to? Just that was your day. You were like, I'm just going to drive and we're just going to keep turning left, go somewhere and eat yummy food, and then decide that's enough and drive home again. I don't know. Just fun, isn't it? Something fun to do. So doing fun things, I think, is a really big priority. It's definitely in my 4 focuses this week. So I'm removing busy and stress out of my life. I'm leaning into joy. I'm going to imagine what is the most joyful thing I could do. Today I sat on the lawn, just rubbed my feet on the lawn, had a cup of tea with my 2 cats and my dog and my friend Andrew, and it was lovely. We just sat and yabbered, played with acorns. I had acorns on my lawn. That gave me joy. So, sometimes it's the little things. So that's my week. It's not a busy week, and I'm glad about that. No more word of busy, but there is joy planning. So I think you should all joy plan. Have a wonderful week. Go and plan something joyful. I'd love to know what you're doing for Easter. Happy Easter, everybody.